I mean, I don't know what else you can say. The kid is just ridiculous.
So obviously in the past couple of weeks, we've been hearing a lot of conversation about Lamar Jackson and whether he can actually go to the NFL and succeed as an NFL quarterback. And in these conversations, you have guys like Bill Polian who are saying that this guy has no chance of being the quarterback. He should switch to wide receiver and just give up his dream. You made it this far, just give it up now. Then you have guys on the other hand that are just all out Lamar Jackson fans being biased and saying that he's going to be the best thing to happen to football. Obviously, this is a very controversial topic, so I really just wanted to have somewhere where I could explain my side of it and hopefully persuade some other people to really give this guy a chance. In that same breath, though, I do need to say, I'm not going to sit here and try to make you think that Lamar Jackson is going to be the best quarterback in the draft when it's all said and done. I'm not saying he's going to be the best rookie. All I'm saying is this guy deserves a chance. Now let's go ahead and get the obvious out the way though, because we all know Lamar has God-given talent with the ball in his hand. Someone putting up 45 touchdowns one year and 51 touchdowns the year before that. It doesn't matter what position you play, it doesn't matter if you're a 5'6" running back, you deserve to be in the NFL. And the other obvious thing is that even if he's not making plays throwing the ball down the field, he is going to be able to keep an offense moving. Now let's also look at his obvious weaknesses, okay? He had lower than a 60% completion percentage. That's obviously a problem, okay? Another thing, his throwing mechanics. It's not the best. I hear people say he pushes the ball. I don't necessarily think that, but he does need some work on his throwing mechanics. And one thing that I do want to say, and I'm not going to say that this is a weakness because this is something that, you know, as a human being, you grow and you learn how to communicate more. But in his interviews and things like that, it's kind of obvious that he has a hard time communicating, not because like he can't talk or anything, but I don't know. It just seems like he's not necessarily comfortable. And I really don't think that's a problem, but let's get this out of the way. In the NFL, they want their starting quarterback to look and talk like the CEO of their franchise. Now, I just need to remind you once again, I'm not trying to make you think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the draft, but it's completely ignorant to say that this guy doesn't deserve a shot. The biggest reason why I say he deserves a shot is because of the value that he's going to be at the time that he gets drafted, okay? This is first round talent that because he's not polished completely yet, he's gonna go in the second round. And to simply put it, it's mind-boggling to me that he's not supposed to be a first-round pick. All the accomplishments that he has had in the ACC, it's not even like he's playing in Wyoming, aka Josh Allen, the first pick of the draft on Mel Kiper's mock draft, with a lower completion percentage against worse competition. No, not at all. He's in the ACC playing against Florida State, Virginia, UNC, NC State, colleges like that. They played Mississippi State this year. Like, he's playing competition. He's playing great school. And all of that really just leads into the biggest argument in this video. And basically the reason why this video is here is when you compare him to the other quarterbacks in the draft. I understand all the problems that you have with Lamar Jackson. I understand your concern. But then you compare him to the guys that are supposed to be the top quarterback in the draft, and you really start to question it. My specific point is that Mel Kiper projected Josh Allen to go number 1 to the Browns in the draft. So let's compare last year's stats between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Lamar threw for 3,600 yards, almost 3,700 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 1,600 rushing yards, and 18 touchdowns. So that's a total of 45 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and over 5,000 yards. Then you look at Josh Allen. He only threw for 1,812 yards. He threw a 56 completion percentage compared to Lamar's 59. 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions to go along with 200 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. So a total of 21 touchdowns and about 2,000 yards in the season. Lamar has over 5,000 yards, has 200 less rushing yards than Josh Allen, your number 1 pick in the draft, has passing yards. That should say enough. That completely disqualifies Josh Allen if it doesn't make Lamar Jackson valid, okay? Either you're going to tell me that Lamar Jackson deserves to be a quarterback in the NFL, or you're going to tell me that Josh Allen really should not be a number 1 pick, let alone a first round pick, since you're going to do Lamar like that. And I completely understand Wyoming lost a lot of talent last year, so let's go back to their sophomore years and compare those stats. Because Lamar still threw for 300 yards more, had a .2 higher completion percentage, so they technically threw the same amount of complete passes. He had 2 more touchdowns, 6 less interceptions, over 1,000 more rushing yards, and 14 more rushing touchdowns. So obviously, if you're putting someone on the field, you would rather it be Lamar, right? But that's what I don't understand. Why is it not right? All these analysts, no one's taking a chance on Lamar. No one's throwing their name out there and projecting him to go in the first round. No one's doing it. Whoever the first guy is to say Lamar Jackson is a first round pick is gonna be said a genius 10 years from now. And obviously that's a personal thought, but like I said, I'm not here to try to persuade you to think how I think. I just want you to understand that he deserves a shot. My biggest pet peeve in the whole Lamar Jackson getting drafted as a quarterback, this whole scenario, my biggest pet peeve is Josh Allen. Now, I have nothing against Josh Allen as a player or as a person. I think he's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. But they essentially have the same completion percentage, and that's the only flaw I see in Lamar's game besides like the accuracy. Obviously, that's going to improve. If his accuracy improves, then his completion percentage is going to improve. But look at the completion percentage that he's putting up, which is higher than Josh Allen, who's playing against worse competition. So nothing adds up to me in my mind besides the fact that Josh Allen is 6'5", holds some weight, and he just looks like a quarterback. That's it. And the last reason why this is the real reason that really pushes me to become a believer in Lamar Jackson. Every single year this guy steps on the field, he improves his completion percentage. And that's what we're saying is his problem. And when you look at the film, he is improving his accuracy every single year. For the past 3 years, he has went from 54.7 completion percentage to 56.2. And last year, he jumped up to a 59.1, almost a 60 completion percentage. Obviously, this is still a problem, but he is improving, and he's improving every year. It's not like he improved and regressed or improved and stayed there. No, he has kept improving. What makes you think he can improve more? If he's showing he can make adjustments, learn the game, learn the level of competition he's at in college, if he figured that out, I don't understand why he can't do that at the NFL level. Now, also, let me tell you this. I think Lamar Jackson is going to be a great quarterback in the NFL, but I don't think he's going to have great stats. And when I say stats, I don't mean rushing stats. Like, he's obviously going to have that, but I think that's what's going to take away from his passing stats. So I don't think he's going to be a guy who's going to throw for 300 yards every game, but I can easily see him throw for 180 to 250 yards and having another 50 on the ground. And you can only imagine the things that he's going to do if he has an offense completely catered to him like he did in Louisville. Just imagine the Jacksonville Jaguars with that defense and Leonard Fournette in the backfield with him. He's not going to need to throw the ball for 300 yards. All he's going to need is 180 passing yards, 50 yards on the ground, and let Leonard Fournette run for 100 yards, and their defense is going to handle the rest of the game. That's the only reason why Blake Bortles is in the NFL right now, is because of that defense. I just want to say one more time though, I'm not trying to make you believe in Lamar the way that I believe in him. I just want you to give him a chance. So with everything that I've said in this video, and you really just compare him to the other prospects in the draft, specifically Josh Allen, can you really tell me he doesn't deserve a shot in the NFL? I mean, let's be logical. Obviously, I want to know what you think also, though. So let me know in the comment section what you think, whether or not Lamar will succeed in the NFL, or whether you think he'll even play in the NFL as a quarterback, because everything is kind of up in the air right now. Hopefully, I really want him to stick with his dream. It looks like he's going to stick with it, not care about what anyone else says. I really want him to play the dark horse of the draft. We got the combine coming up on Saturday, so we just want to see him go out there, throw the ball with the rest of those 4 guys, and really show that he deserves to be there. Really show that he's right there with those guys. But I obviously need you guys to comment below and let me know what I can do to improve these videos. This is my first video, so just let me know, man. But my name is Rob. This is my take on Lamar Jackson, and I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching.